Good morning, family. Today's scripture message is from Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I consider that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. And I call this one God's glory. As I relate it to my life, I think about, well, when I was reading my, I have a study that I'm reading in the Bible app. It's a plan called Forgive, Grow, and Find God's Path for You. And it really spoke volumes to me this morning because I am going to that kickboxing class today. Now, I told y'all what happened when I went, and it was actually a self-defense class they put me in instead of kickboxing. And they told me to come back on Friday. And all week, y'all, because I was so scared, I had been trying to find a way out of it. Not wanting to do it. I keep saying I'm not a fighter. I don't like to fight or whatever. But I realized that there's a difference between fighting and defending myself. And so to fight, to preserve my life, and to fight for the happiness and everything that I want, I do have to step out of my box, step out of my comfort zone. And sometimes stepping out of my comfort zone feels like suffering. Like I have to endure something hard and difficult in order to get to where God wants me to be. And so this message kind of hit home for me as I learned the section of the plan about growth, is that what kept coming to me was iron sharpens iron. But do we think about how it has to do that? Iron has to be heated up in a really, really hot fire. Then it has to be beaten with another piece of iron in order to shape it and mold it into whatever it's supposed to be. And I never wanted to go through the fire or the beating to get to where God wants me to be in God's glory. And so I'm realizing that, Felicia, y'all, I even went through YouTube and looking for kickboxing at home, classes. And then I was like, well, Felicia, the weight is coming off, so maybe you don't need a kickboxing class. Maybe you just need to eat right. I go through all of these self-doubt mental things. And so that's where the message came from today was, whatever we decide will be. Felicia, if you decide this kickboxing class is going to be bad, then it's going to be bad. If you decide it's going to be good, it's going to be good. I kept thinking about Romans 8 and 28. All things work for the good, work to the good of those who love God. And if you know it's going to work for your good, then, why be afraid? Why be scared of it? Go out and do it. Know that God's got you. And the other part was, to think positive. And you'll see God's glory. And that's why I love where he says the suffering in this present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory of God. So whatever bad thing I think I'm going to suffer through, it doesn't even compare to how good I'm about to be. So that's my message. I pray that it blesses y'all. And I'm telling myself today that no matter what I have to go through to get to God's glory, it's definitely going to be worth it. And it's going to be more worth it than any suffering or suffering that I think I'm going through. Because it's not really suffering, Felicia. It's going to be growth. I love y'all. Have a happy Friday. Bye.